Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ronnie from Ronnie Sports Talk, and I'm gonna cover you the perfect lineup and my picks that I put in my lineups. And here it goes. Okay, the perfect lineup was Aaron Rodgers. He had 30.48 fantasy points. Then you had Thomas Rawls. He had 22.70 fantasy points. Le'Veon Bell had 30.40 fantasy points. Doug Baldwin had 22.50. Devontae Adams had 22.50. Randall Cobb 32.10 fantasy points. Tight end Will Tye had 860, and Nick Novak, the kicker for Houston, had 11, and the Pittsburgh defense had 15, a total of 195.28 points. That's for the main slate for the perfect lineup. Wow, that's a really good one. All right, this is the second side of the board is pretty much the picks that I gave out, for the wildcard weekend. So I told you the guys that to pair up Ben Roethlisberger with Antonio Brown, and Ben Roethlisberger got 14.88 fantasy points, and Antonio Brown had 26.90 fantasy points. That's a good contrarian a play there. Then you also had Russell Wilson. I told you to pair him up with Doug Baldwin, and Russell Wilson had 16.6 fantasy points, and Doug Baldwin had 22.50. And then I told you the two top running backs that I have for the week for the wild card weekend was Le'Veon Bell. He put up 30.40 fantasy points. And I told you Lamar Miller as well, 13.30 fantasy points. Then I told you the best tight end of the in the wild card was Jimmy Graham, but he put up only 5.20 fantasy points. And the biggest tight end of the week was Will Tye. He had 860. And then I had two kickers. I told you guys to put Mason Crosby, and he had 8 fantasy points. And then Chris Boswell, and he put 6 fantasy points. And then the two defensive plays for the for the wild card that I mentioned was also Seattle, which they put 9 fantasy points against Detroit. And then Houston, I also told you guys to put Houston, which put 10 point fantasy points. And this will wrap up my recap for this week, for last week wildcard round. This tomorrow I'm gonna post up the DFS, DraftKings, FanDuel picks for this weekend, so stay tuned, and hope you like this video. Like the page, subscribe, and share it. Just click the thumbs up, and tell me what you guys think about this recap. That's about it. Pretty much I wanted to share you guys the perfect lineup and the picks that I mentioned in my video. So this will wrap it up. Subscribe and click the thumbs up, and I hope you like this video. So I will catch you tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm gonna post up my DFS divisional round picks. So I'm excited for this. So I hope you like this video and enjoy the rest of your night.